Welcome to my second tutorial on Railway Empire Japan. This is Gamer1745 here, and before we get into it, if you're new here, please subscribe for many more great historical gaming videos and Railway Empire videos as well. Of course, like the videos and post your comments, questions, tips down below. Love to hear from you. Okay. I was asked to continue the series, and I was thinking of it anyways, but the next three tasks. Let's look at this. Secure 3 areas. Okay. Connect 150 people to your railway network, 150,000 people to your railway network, and achieve a quarterly, keyword there, revenue of 250,000 yen from passengers. Another keyword there. All right. So, first one, all we need to do is get money. And then we can secure the areas, and we need to just 2 more because we already have 1 area secured. Though it does, I don't know. Thought when I played it, because I did play ahead, but maybe we need to add 3 more. But either way, we'll get there very quickly. Connect people now, and which will also tie into this. The more your cities grow, the more passengers you'll have. The more you'll grow your cities, the more, particularly having the goods needed in the cities for them to grow. So, we need to quickly look here. Okay, they need soybeans and lumber, particularly. Over here, also soybeans, lots of soybeans and lumber they need to produce. Soy products, which are out here, which is in a different area. So we're a bit stuck there on the soybean issue. Over here, you'll probably find similar, but they want, particularly up here, fish. So we're just going to really sort of try to focus in on getting more money coming in. Because that's what we need to grow. Again, I prefer the pull as opposed to push. And approximately here, because we are going to be having more trains on this railway soon, but we will be getting more and more income as time goes on. To make sure we have repair sheds or maintenance sheds all of the stations, because we have the inventor guy as our main focus. Okay, conductor, that will help with profits. And passengers, we have those that don't like each other, and I don't really care about a reporter right now. Yeah, all right, we'll put conductor here. Looks like we could add another set of signals right there. Keep things flowing a little better. Let's speed this up a bit. Basically, I want to get enough money to add this station here, and we'll connect it up to these 2 warehouses. And the other thing we also can do here, and let me take a look at what is in the other area. We want to buy this other areas, buy access to it. as soon as possible. All right. Well, now that also over here is in another area, but these are tourist attractions that will move passengers and will generate passenger income. But for now, we don't have access there. Again, I'm always try to build for the future, and it is best, I think, to have train stations with switching. And yeah, I guess we'll do that. Maybe I should have come south. I don't. That's, well, we don't need that quite yet. Okay. Seafood or octopus in this case. Oh, we don't need that. I need that. Now, we're going to start going like that. Now, yes, we and I'm going to slow that up a little bit. Who just came available? Okay, new applicant Stoker. Let's see if we can find, okay, this is a longer run from here to there. And we currently have a woman who makes it go faster, so we'll give a maintenance, but they don't like each other, so we're going to find a different train. Yokohama to Furiba from here to there. Okay. And they already have a Stoker. Another Tokyo to Furiba. That's a nice little. Okay, fairly long. Better to put the maintenance people, I think, first and long, and they don't like each other. Okay, well, maybe this guy is just likable. I don't know. That didn't seem to take. Yeah, there we go. Looks like we have enough money, but we'll come over here. Do we connect? I'm gonna see what else. And we'll give it its own connection point there. Bypass that station. It'll work out the faster route. We won't have to tell it. But make sure they know not to enter until it's clear. Not enter the sector it's clear. That'll be your backstop. It's probably just a little too close. So what we'll do here is just delete it, get our money back for it, basically, and move it back to about there. There we go. And we can now see this train should have its new path figured out. Bandit, not really useful at the moment for me. Don't use a lot of these characters. We will look. but I don't think we can. Large train station. Okay, well, we don't have the money for it, but we almost could. We'll see when we get the money if we want to do one of these early before buying it. We can see here we have almost reached our quarterly revenue here, and we've almost connected enough people to our town and passengers by having dual paths on all of your routes. And yes, we didn't at start at some of these, but it's always designed to move trains so much faster. And by keeping the towns separate from your main delivery paths from the countryside, you also move so much more rail traffic faster. Hopefully these will grow in time. An engineer, very good. Speedy, so let's see if we can put maintenance. Oh, and they really like each other, very good. Just gotta push that slightly a bit more. You can see here Tokyo is our main transfer point. Analysis. They're useful when you're getting ready to buy the other company, buy shares from the other company, either totally or just partially, but right now not. So we'll ignore that. Come on, we just need a little more revenue this quarter from passengers. Now, it would be worthy to open up all of these stations as they're being started up by that random breakdown. To have better traffic flow, yes, but we are sort of saving our money also to buy other areas. And we can look here. Okay, 604,000. We could buy up to there, which would get us into here now. Okay, I was looking for here to get these soybeans and that lumber, but if we were to add this area up here, we get these soybeans, the iron, which we're not really needed, tea, which we'll need in time, salt, which we'll need in time. But there's no point in buying this right now because we really can't expand into it yet properly. So we're going to keep letting our money grow here. As these towns grow. And the question comes, do we want to, is it worthy for us to either own or to sort of guide in what is being developed here? Now, we're still in 1870. We have till the end of 1874 for to achieve all three of these, of course, but for the next one, don't know how rushed you are to get things done, as in speed run, at least, per calendar clock time. But as we can see here for noodles, we won't need noodles until we have 45,000 citizens. We currently have 22,000 citizens, so it's going to be a while before we need noodles here. It will be also longer to get, or it'll be quicker to get cloth, as well as kata is clothing, basically. But I think, and what to feed that factory, which will help, it really helps when you're actually producing something here. But we'll need cloth. So I think we're going to guide this instead of trust the AI to make the decision. Of course, the other would be sawmills, which is fairly cheap here to get lumber going. Plum distillery we don't quite need yet, but we're going to come over here. I think we'll put it there, because we will be able to get cloth from up here eventually, as well as from down here already. Does slope acquiring new territories. They'll probably dribble in a small amount of cloth from wagons right now. Okay. We are very much ahead of schedule. Don't know why we haven't gotten over that in quarterly revenue. This quarter yet from passengers. Seeming like we're moving a fair amount. Yeah, that's enough. So what we're going to do here is go for another warehouse on this side. Again, build for the future. Want to come fairly straight, fairly effectively, efficiently. Keep these here just so that I'd rather have the train waiting for something in front of it out on the tracks instead of waiting for it in the station. This is just sort of waiting zones, as it were. Right, okay. We should already be getting fish at this other warehouse. How is the fish here? Okay, they're basically out as well from there, but what we were mainly looking for is, oh, come on, over here. We want to do that, and so they won't compete for the fish there, but they will bring up.
The troubled memories of journeys past dissolve in the steam of your locomotives and set the stage for a wave of enthusiasm.
Right, okay, so we've achieved the quarterly revenue from passengers already. So what are they terming this again? Plant fiber. Okay. Don't know what they used other than maybe, so I know like flax is a plant fiber that's used for cloth before cotton commonly. Cotton is still, I think, the most common plant fiber used today for clothing. But I don't know, is that flax here in Japan? I'm not sure. If you know, post below. I'd like to learn. And I know you may say, well, Google it. Well, yeah, but I'm not right now. Now let's come over here. They almost are to the no demand. Okay, so they don't. Oh no, not for plant fiber. They need to get to 35,000, 31,000. These guys, I believe, yeah, they want the plant fiber already. There's a reason I haven't put a station here, because I'm going to eventually tear up this part of the railroad here and then replace it after that. But so I haven't put a fueling station there. Meiji Shinbun's newspaper gets into print. Japan's first daily newspapers are published. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, now that he's almost to the station, what we're going to do is make a clone of the train, because we want to feed more than just one train loads. Needs. Now here we do want to, let's see, we'll put it right about there. Going slow on this doesn't really matter, but since there's the other train and eventually more trains will use the path, we want to keep it going, and I get seeing too many of that. Okay, we have 200 research points. We could go for something like accelerate trains maintenance, increase ticket prices for passengers, or we can come over here and do increased profits from transport passengers, cities, wait time, how long they're willing to wait. Do you sort of want to get the Sterling here? It's a rather nice express train between towns. Class B, rather get like that to increase speed, so to go down, but and there. So we're going to be able to unlock that. We need 3 other things, so maybe these 3. So let's go for that. So we need 200 more points, 100 for here and 100 for here. Yes, there's our second plant fiber train. So we're still increasing our population. We might be able to do it before getting the next city attached to the rail network, but definitely by then we should do so quickly after that. So it looks like everything is flowing very efficiently. We have a little bit of wait here. But I really don't want to spend the money to increase the train station output so much. So I want to add another area and expand into it. Yes, we could have by now and yes, always buy these. However much money, and we may have down here bidding against us, maybe, but not just yet. Okay. However much the dollars and cents, how much you're going to make to how much you invest, may or may not be good over the time of the game, but just to sort of progress down these paths faster, to me, is worth the money. Because money rarely is an issue for me in this game. I mean, yes, we're waiting for it here, but it's not like it's hard to achieve. And anything to get research going quicker is worth it. For just about anything in the game that I know of. Yes, we can see it is now March and cherry blossom season. I really love this aspect of the game. Often I wonder about the clock and should I be building stuff, but how interesting. They've done a mix, well, you would say is European more or less. Some of those guys definitely look Asian, but they were very much at this time wearing, well, 1871 is probably a bit early, but the 1880s, 1890s, wearing more and more Western clothing was becoming a trend in Japan. All right, well, let's get to 600,000. Before we invest in the next area. We're almost there. Okay, now we're there. So let's take a quick look here. Here we get one city, lumber, which is useful, soybeans, which are very useful. This, I don't know really how much use. Plums, they're useful, will be desired, as well as, but we already have access down here, as well as useful for making plum brandy. Your salt will become useful too. Okay, we're going to come in here partially just because it achieves our goal. It's relatively cheap to do. We want to do it anyways. Get us access to our soybeans, though we'll have to, of course, move them all the way down to our soybean factory down here. But that won't be too much of an issue. So, and it's the cheapest one to buy right now. Is it? Yeah. So we're going to buy this area, or buy access to it. Oh, well, we need to start out with a train station. Now, looking around, I think something about like that looks good. I like to put them off center, so if I want to expand another train station into the town, there is room for it. You can have up to 2 train stations within a town. You can have as many as you can sort of fit warehouses within, connected to a town. Larger warehouses can be slightly further out. There we go. Okay, so we don't even have enough to make it there yet, but that'll come soon.
Before your arrival in Japan, I visited the Western states with a high-ranking delegation to help become a good servant and advisor in His Imperial Majesty's efforts for a new and modern Japan.
Okay, like I thought, yeah, since we just need to get one more area to achieve that goal. And come back over here.
You will see. In just a few years, the world will look at Japan with astonishment. We will have burst from our cocoon of isolation and risen like a butterfly to unimagined heights.
Right, so we've got all but securing one more area. So basically all we need to achieve the next goal is just to earn money. As you know, I like to play the game for more than just simply achieving the goals. I like to build interesting, fun railway networks. Okay, she, I guess, upgraded to a new engine. Probably one of these, which we will do soon. So all of our express lines are in danger. Okay. Right, now we can put the reciprocal one up here. There we go. Now part way along this way here, we will put in a supply tower, waiting zones before and after it to efficiently move. It comes out here. Do at least one from Tokyo up to here. Keep Tokyo connected. And we'll give him a conductor. Again, we don't need an analysis. Until we're getting ready to buy shares. In this town, Saitama, grows faster than Tokyo. I think is connected to resources. It looks like we have enough. So what we're going to do here is get all these other places. And I think also here part of it may be, you might get occasional soybeans coming in from up here on wagons before the station is built and connected. Now what we're going to do here. For now, let's come here. Let's connect here. Now, I do not like tunnels under things. Tunnels through things, basically through mountains, yes, but under things, no. Okay, so we do a little tweaking there, get a 6% grade. Gonna come off of here, gonna go through to here. I'm keeping these two unused to be able to bring down stuff from sort of inside this area. We'll end up. Now, I know we can't build the second one just yet, but we'll design it here. So, a bit more time. We will start accepting soybeans though. And here particularly we need soybeans. We've got more than everything else. Right, we can do the second line. Okay, remembering to add our maintenance shed. Now we're gonna start to our needed soy sauce production. Make sure they get a flow of it going. And we're going to add in a supply tower there. Now that is running. Okay, so some places gotten big enough for green tea to be useful. They'd like a connection. I think we can do that. Okay, so these now all these three cities all have soybeans. Flowing to them, we very well may connect that up soon. Okay, okay, they got plenty of noodles. Okay, they want green tea. Who else wants green tea? Does Tokyo yet? Not yet. No, they do. Okay, they do. So they want green tea. So we're gonna have to expand these warehouses in. Looks like it's also not enough for green tea as well. Okay, so everywhere wants green tea. And yes, I have not forgotten the idea that one of the big things is to make money to expand into another area to get the next goal. But we again building for the future and looking at the idea of how best to grow quickest is to move more cargo. Okay, let's come to here. There we go. I want to make sure there's enough room for the second thing. Lane might have been better to build the other one first, but hopefully this will do it. Okay, we received our bonus for connection. Because I am building big train stations, it may not be quite a free station and line, but it is definitely a cheaper one as well compared to just building it on its own. That's another reason to use the connections. Right, okay, so they need green tea. Now that is a full use, and that is also a full use station. So we're going to need to expand those stations before we can add more lines to there from here. And I have played ahead from here, and yes, eventually Tokyo has a second large warehouse out here to bring all of the goods to it, the various types. So do be prepared for expanding things like that. Okay, I think we will now expand Tokyo's. And let's put on a second train, make sure it knows that it wants green tea. Wait just a second, there we go. Let's come back. Oh, I don't know, just after the bridge, maybe here. Put a supply tower there. Now, of course, in the real world, you would also get supplies at your train stations. But that is not the way this game works. Okay, they have not quite enough plant fiber, but we're making some clothing, very good. Our cloth that is then going down to here to be made into clothing that's then coming back to there. I would want to pay to expand this, but again, we're saving up to expand into another zone. A little bit of green tea showing up to Tokyo. Now we're here. Can almost get to that one. We can almost get to this one. More plant fiber, chickens, nice. More plum wine. They're both with the wood. Lumber would be nice. Well, we'll probably do this. Let's see. Yeah, that would be very easy to connect up. Oh, we never did put a maintenance building in. conductor, yes, we'll take one. Increase mail use, mail develop, or mail pricing, I don't know, whatever. Yeah, let's put it here. It's like a lot of mail being run on that line. Okay. Now, here we go.
Much of what I have seen in Europe and America should serve as a model for our state, especially the railway. The steel snake that meanders through the hills and valleys has grown rapidly. Rumour has it devours all the places it touches. But that is just the superstition of the farmers. It is time to connect the two economic centres, Tokyo and Kyoto. Get to work.
Right, so that's the next three tasks to do. Get that done before the end of 1871. Now, the next one is 15 rural businesses. We already have 8. Gain access to Nagano and transport 100 passengers from Matsumoto to Kufu. There's Kufu, there's Matsumoto. So basically what we need to do is expand into these areas here, which are going to be fairly pricey. We're heading towards Kyoto down here. So that'll be for the next chapter of Japan Railway Empire. Again, if you haven't already, I really would appreciate it if you hit that like button. Post any comments, questions, tips, because I'm sure there's something I don't know about below. See you next time for more, even more historical gaming.